I watched Disney's new show called Hailey's on It, which started just a couple of weeks ago. If you somehow expected it to be the new The Owl House, since the original Owl House ended this April, then my answer to you is no, it's not. The Owl House was a passion project by a team of creative and talented people, especially its creator Dana Terrace, who actually originally planned The Owl House as an adult-oriented show about dead teenagers who wake up in another world. She pitched her project to several networks, but it was rejected by most of them, as no one was willing to pick a serious adult-oriented cartoon with a teenage main protagonist. Until Disney Channel decided to give it a chance. Of course, for a family-oriented Disney format, Dana had to tone the show down and make it kid-friendly. But we still can see many fairly dark moments across the show that would honestly fit in a body horror. While watching The Owl House, you can feel how much love and how much passion there is in this project. Dana insisted on a Hispanic main protagonist, she got it. Dana insisted on making the main protagonist bisexual, she got it. Even though channel executives were opposed to it initially, but agreed nevertheless. The Owl House, just like Amphibia and other good plot-driven show, can be equally enjoyed by anyone regardless of age. And this is what being a good story actually means. But Hailey's on It is not like this at all. It is a very simple episodic adventure with 2 mini stories in one 22-minute episode. It is much closer to something like Phineas and Ferb stylistically than to The Owl House. There is a pretty vague overarching plot. Hailey has to do everything on her list from her personal journal because the future of the whole world depends on it. And if something goes awry, a true apocalypse happens. Hailey does one thing from her list per each half of the episode. It's not something crazy, performing on stage for the first time, winning a cooking competition, and other innocent childish stuff like that. I'm sure we'll get the main villain at the end who Hailey will have to defeat to save the world, or something like that. I bet it's that woman with cool hair from the future. I bet she's the main antagonist. The hardest task from Hailey's list seems to be kissing her best friend Scott, which I guess will happen at the end, and it'll be a defining moment for Hailey. The show feels very different compared to The Owl House. As I said previously, everyone can enjoy The Owl House and Amphibia. These shows, especially the first one, don't treat their viewers like idiots by bombarding them with an endless stream of frankly unfunny and outdated jokes that feel irrelevant very soon. But I can't say the same about Hailey, to be honest. There is a character named Christine who is a popular girl and always streams everything. In the long term, I don't think this will age like wine. Even animation feels like a downgrade. It is not bad per se, I just really dislike the style. The only character that looks good here is unsurprisingly Hailey herself. I really like the way she dresses, her red glasses look very cute. Male characters, however, look kinda ugly. But to be honest, it's not easy to make characters look good with this oversimplified style of animation. Christine is supposed to be like 14 years old, but she looks way older than that. Hailey doesn't only have the best design, but also she's the only not one-dimensional character in the whole show. She's the only character with a more or less interesting personality and internal conflict. But to be completely fair, I watched only 6 episodes, so this is just the beginning. Things will definitely get way more serious later on. Humor in Hailey, as I mentioned already, is obviously aimed at a younger audience. The opening song is definitely amazing. It's performed by, I don't wanna butcher her name, so I won't even try to pronounce it. Her voice is fantastic. And now she sounds way more mature than when she voiced Moana back in 2016. The full song is called The Future's in My Hand and it's nearly 3 minutes long. It's an absolute banger with a lot of pop punk influence. The segment used for the show's opening is actually the worst part of the song. The chorus absolutely slaps. And this is another factor that makes Hailey feel so different compared to The Owl House or Amphibia. As we know, both shows do not have openings with the lyrics, just music. Amphibia was supposed to have a song Welcome to Amphibia is an opening, but Matt Braley, the creator of the show, got completely terrified of the opening song, so Disney got rid of the song with lyrics and replaced it with an orchestral composition by T.J. Hill, who wrote music for the show. But the song with lyrics is actually pretty nice, though I agree that instrumental composition is way better and much better captures the spirit and the mood of Amphibia. And also, Hailey doesn't really feature any LGBTQ representation. Not yet at least, but I suppose we won't really see any. Disney wants something safe after Amphibia, and especially after the Owl House. Overall, Hailey's on It is a pretty nice show despite my criticism. Nothing really special, and I certainly wouldn't binge watch it if I had such an opportunity. And it is not nearly on the level of the Owl House, obviously. But it's not even trying to be at the same level, to be honest. And I don't really know if I would recommend watching it. But this show can be a lot of fun nonetheless, so it's totally up to you.